Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering draft video. It's Al here with you. This is how to draft MTG, my very first Wilds of Eldraine draft here on MTG Arena. If you like these videos, click like, leave a comment, click subscribe, tell your friends. Helps out the channel a huge amount. Let's get right into it. We have sort of a B+ level card here. You can actually check out my previous video for the format overview, draft guide, and my 17 lands tier list. It's in the description of that video as well. I'll leave it here as well for you. This is like kind of like a B+ type card. Comes down, exile something. A little bit of value later on. You can get some life from it if you need to. Well, there's also a Greta. That's pretty interesting. So one color rare that's like quite solid versus two color signpost uncommon that's in the good colors. That's quite solid as well. There's a Hamlet Glutton that probably won't come back, but could come back. Think about it for Greta. If we take the white card, man, there's a Candy Grapple here as well. If we take the white card, there's a Cursed Courtier that could come back. So there's like four good options here. I think actually we're just supposed to take Candy Grapple. It's single pipped, so it's easier to play. We don't have to be like heavy. We have to kind of be heavy white to play Werefox Bodyguard. Grapple goes in pretty much, any deck really. Greta would be nice there, but yeah, I think we're just supposed to take the Grapple. All right, Princess takes flight. So one thing I didn't mention in my set review video is you can actually sacrifice this to a bargain spell after Chapter 1, and their thing just stays exiled, which is kind of gross. It's High Fate Negotiator. This is a premium black uncommon, which I kind of want to take here, I think, to follow up the Candy Grapple. Nothing else like too exciting in this pack, but Minstrosity would be nice on the wheel. It's a really solid 2-drop. Stab Wound's fine. 3 mana -2/2, and I can slowly kill them. Rhyme for Reindeer's not bad in white. Woodland Acolyte's pretty good. Princess Takes Flight, as we said, is pretty good. Really good with High Fate Negotiator, so maybe this somehow wheels. Probably won't, though. But you never know. Sometimes people misevaluate sagas. It's very early in the format as well. Obear's Attendant's not bad. There's some strong cards. 2 mana -4/0. 3/4 flyer for 5. So we took, hopefully, the High Fate Negotiator, if that auto pick worked. Experiencing a little lag right here. Unable to make draft pick. Great. Good. We're okay, we didn't lose anything. All right. Force Fruition, I think, is pretty good if you're a control deck. But it's kind of a specific situation there. Troyan Gutsy Explorer. I've heard tell that blue-green's not as bad as I thought it was in my original video. We could snap this up here just on spec. It's also a Minstrosity. Oh, there's an Edgewall in, though. We should probably just take that. So as I mentioned, this is one of the best uncommons in the set, in my opinion, just simply because it goes in any deck. It's always going to help you fix your mana, and getting an adventure spell back is quite broken. So, yeah, I think we're just going to take the... And again, we're just sort of taking cards that can get played in multiple different archetypes without too much work, This, you got to be playing exactly blue-green to play this card. Troyan. Edgewall in is always going to make your deck. It's always going to be really good. All right. Royal Treatment, solid combat trick. Single green, hexproof, +1/+1. Archon's Glory, good combat trick. Single white, +2/+2. Sometimes gets flying if you have... And lifelink if you bargain it. Kind of some medium to bad stuff here. Feed the Cauldron's fine. I think you can play 1 or 2 of those without being too upset. So probably go there. Commune with Nature is quite bad. I would not recommend taking that, or Sky Beast Tracker, or Crystal Grotto. Okay, cool. So we'll just stay in black here. Staying flexible, staying open by staying in one color. And prioritizing removal spells. Candy Grapple, Feed the Cauldron, and, powerful uncommons. High Fate Negotiator. So we're looking for ways to bargain the Negotiator, because that's where it's at its best, of course. There's a 5 mana 3/5 flying. If you bargain it, you drain them for 3. All right, doesn't look like we're going to be taking a black card out of this pack, but there's some red here, so hopefully some of this is decent. Looks like it's not really. There's a green adventure card to go with our inn. 4 mana 4/3 trample and can give a roll to something. That's not terrible. Stingblade Assassin's pretty good with rat tokens. Come in with your rat tokens. This is 4 mana 3/1 flying. Kill something that was dealt damage. Area to Whisper, they discard 2, you get a roll. I think it's just too expensive at 4 mana. So Reindeer's interesting to me. This is 4 mana 3/4 when you enchantment fall, tap something opponent controls. I have no idea what we're supposed to take. I'm going to take the Reindeer. I think it's the most powerful card in the pack, but it could also be the green adventure card that we just passed. So the client does not like when I let it go to time on the picks here. It's gonna lag there again. So we'll try not to do that too much. Don't want to crash on our first video here. Redtooth Genealogist. Yeah, genealogist. I don't know how to say this. It doesn't matter. 3 mana 2/3 makes a roll. Quite nice. There's another Feed the Cauldron. There's a limit on how many of these you want to play, but man, it still might be correct to just pick up another Feed. We're not in green yet. This gives us a food token to bargain to our negotiator. This gives us a roll token to bargain to our negotiator, but staying in one color is pretty powerful. Return Triumphant. I think this card's going to be all right too. Yeah, I think that's really it for that pack. I didn't really look at those blue cards. I think one of them was the 5 mana draw 3, which I don't love, and the other one I don't know what it was. All right. Tempting Apple is really, I think this is only good if you are super aggressive or you have the black-red uncommon adventure guy that can make you sacrifice your own stuff, which we do not have. There's a Ginger Brute, which I think is better than I evaluated originally. It's a good place to put roll tokens. And I think it can bargain too, right? Because it's an artifact. Bargain, sacrifice an artifact, yes. So we might just take that. Again, it's nice and flexible. It's a colorless card. These white cards are pretty bad. This blue card's fine. But I don't think we want to be in blue-black without having access to like the really good uncommons for that archetype. Okay, this is the second one of these we've seen. Did we take the first one? No, we thought about it, and then we took a black card instead. Ooh. Okay, there's a Shatter the Oath, 5 mana removal. I don't love it. I think I'd rather take this 2-drop. But, see, we're kind of at the point where it's like, even if we wheel the second Troyan, how are we going to play base blue-green with all these good black cards? So I think we're kind of priced into black. So I guess that's one way of, this makes you feel like you're not staying open. But I think, generally speaking, we could be black anything, which is 4 different decks, so that's pretty good. Ground Seal not playable. Spell Stutter is pretty good. Transmuter is pretty good as well. I think this might be better than Spell Stutter. They're pretty close. Black Combat Trick brings something back from the dead, and this 2-drop is pretty good, I think, in white-black specifically. Yeah, I guess we'll take the blue card. And then there's the red 3/2 that can put a roll on itself. It's also fine. That gives us something to bargain away, actually, which is kind of useful to us. We don't know what our second color is just yet, but so just trying to take the best cards we see. We're pretty late in the pack here, so now we're entering the wheel of the pack. So if you've watched my previous video, so anywhere from pick 9 onward is, and we should be seeing cards right now. I don't know why we're not. Anything from pick 9 onward is cards that like went around the whole table. Okay, we're having some problems here with lag or something. I don't know what's going on. And people didn't take them, right? So, no, that seeing that second rhyme for Reindeer there means that maybe nobody's playing white. I don't know what we ended up getting out of that pack because it kind of lagged out. Client's being pretty weird right now. Could be my internet as well. I don't know. Anyways, we got a second Minstrosity, which is cool. And we'll take a Snare Master Sprite. The other cards are not playable. And we'll take I guess the Giant's slightly better for us. We're not going to be blue-red at this point. Diminisher Witch. This bargains and makes a roll. That's not very good. Okay, Ego Drain is maybe playable if you have enough fairies. Would love to know what we got out of that last pack. I guess probably going to crash when we finish the draft, and then it'll reload, and we'll find out. Maybe we got the second Reindeer. That would actually kind of matter. So that's a little frustrating. Okay, so Spell Scorn Coven is just really good. Like 4 mana 2/3 they discard is really good with flying too. And then if you get to casting Adventure, that's pretty cool as well. There's a Rat Out, -1/-1, make a token that we can sack, or a Vermin, 3 mana 2/1, make a token that we can sack to our Negotiator. Both of those are good. Redcap Thief is good, make a treasure that we could sacrifice. So there's some definite good options here. Again, I'm just going to stay with black. And I think of the two of these, I'd rather have the Coven. We've got some good early game stuff. We got 2 monstrosities on 2 mana, so our curve is okay, and we can take a 4 here. These ley lines are all unplayable, I'm pretty sure. This one's actually probably the best of them, but it's still not great. But if you're in green ramp, it could be okay. Which is Vanity. Destroy a small thing, make a food. That's pretty solid. Again, just getting to stay in black. Another Vermin. Maybe we wheel one. Maybe we wheel Red Cap Thief would be cool. Although we're not really in rats, per se, which is what Black-Red is doing. Not yet, anyways. Kind of just got removal and powerful stuff, which is a good place to start. But our 2-drops put us sort of more in the food deck. So, Curse of the Werefox would be a real nice one to see come back. It probably won't, though. People love fight spells. I never wheel these. I never pick them high enough to get them in my deck, and I never wheel them. So that was whatever that was. I don't even remember. Look at that. Brain is it's not quite awake yet. Okay, yeah, we're having some lag happen here. All right, we're back. We're gonna take a Taken by Nightmares. 4 mana instant, exile a creature. Can't zoom in on it right now. The client's being really weird. Apologize for that. I'm probably gonna keep complaining about it. Hamlet Glutton's really good. If that comes back. Oh, now we're zooming. Nice. Taken is what we're taking. Royal Treatment's really good. We'd love to wheel this Glutton. I doubt that we will. Wheeling a rat out would be good. And that's kind of about it in terms of what we care about in this pack. But got a lot of good removal spells right now. So we're just sort of looking for our second color at this point. And we might find it here. There's a Conceited Witch, which is good. Put a Wicked Roll on our Ginger Brute. Or we could take Curse the Werefox. Or Redtooth Genealogist. Or Royal Treatment. There's a lot of good stuff here in green. Tough choice. We do kind of need a 3-drop. My gut says just to take the removal spell. That's what the bots think too. So I'm going to take the removal spell, but the 3-drop green creature that makes a roll is really... we have a lot of removal. We're not hurting in that department. We're going to pick up a 3 here, though. Skitter's Butcher. 2/3 make a rat. Yeah, that card's just excellent. The Witch is quite nice, too. 3/2 make a food is really good. And then being able to sacrifice it and dome them is nice, too. But yeah, the Butcher, I think, is the move. It's just got so much modality to it. Make a rat, or sack something, draw a card, or give your stuff menace and kill them. Just a lot in a small package. There's also an Evolving Wilds, which is certainly in contention. See, here's a 6th pick Edgewall, and this is something you will not see in week 2 of this format. I think we're supposed to just take it here. Having 2 of these in our deck is going to make our mana very consistent. Makes us really want to pick up adventure cards, which I don't know that we have any yet. Maybe we have... No, yeah, I don't think we have a single one, so keep an eye out for that, but not missing out on anything really here. The Dream Thief is solid, but yeah, we're just going to take the powerful land. All right. Kind of a bit of a blank pack for us. We could take Edgewall Pack and maybe move into red-black. We did just pick up a Butcher, and we have a... it's something else that makes a rat, I think. Or no, we're just trying to wheel the rat outs. So we could take the pack, or we take Witchstalker Frenzy, another removal spell, of which we have so many. Yeah, maybe I'll take the Frenzy. We don't know. We don't know if we're gonna need the rats or not. Pretty surprised how much removal we've been able to pick up. Usually not the way it goes in draft. So it's either plentiful in this set or we're just kind of getting lucky or whatever. But you can actually run into a situation where you just have too much removal and your deck doesn't do anything. So we gotta be wary of that. We're gonna take another Monstrosity. So we're gonna have a lot of early food, it would appear. So that Witch wheeling for us, the 3/2 that can dome them, would be real nice. Ego Drain's not gonna happen. We don't have enough fairies. We just take this rare for the gems. But we should probably take Red Cap Thief. It's actually quite playable. Probably like a C+, honestly. Pretty good to see that late. And then we see another one. Yeah, all right. So we're a little off theme here. We've got treasures and foods, and we seem to be moving into black-red, but we'll see what happens. And here's a Johan. We could splash Johan potentially off of our inns, and maybe we wheel. Sorry, not wheel, but maybe we pick up an Evolving Wilds in the next pack or two. We've also got 2 treasures to splash it, and we have a lot of spells. We've got Candy Grapple, Double Feed, Nightmares, Witch, Stalker Frenzy, and it can play Adventures. We have a Grabby Giant it can play off the top. Wow, get the Genealogist in here. And Skewer Slinger, I don't really understand what that card's doing. Bestial Bloodlines, pretty bad, but I think you could play it in the I don't remember. One of the decks can play it. Anyways, this is terrible content. Okay, we're going to take a black-red Signpost Uncommon here, or a Hamlet Glutton. That's pretty tough, actually. That is pretty tough. And a Goblin Bombardment's pretty cool. We're not going to get to wheel it, but I don't think it's good enough. It's really good with Totentans, but yeah. I don't think we want to take it without having like something like this to just generate a ton of tokens. There's also a Trainee in the pack. But the other card I'm really looking at here is Hamlet Glutton. Just haven't seen enough green rolling around late that I think we're going to end up green, but boy, that'd be a nice one with all this early food, right? Have our monstrosities die into food. The card I was trying to talk about earlier was Bestial Bloodline, right? You can play it in the red-green deck. That's what I was trying to say. But it's pretty bad everywhere else. Okay, white cards we can't play. Got a red 1-drop that makes a rat. That's cool. Got Wicked Visitor. We don't need to take this early. It'll probably come back. This is the draw 2. It's not very good. Gingerbread Hunter is pretty sweet. We could take this and just splash the green side of it. Maybe we just do that. I'm not really sure. And there's a Hollow Scavenger too. As soon as I say we're not playing green, all of a sudden I see good green cards. Okay, Voracious Vermin. So none of these wheeled. We didn't wheel the Ratouts either. Whereas Tabby, I don't think is going to do it in our deck. We don't have enough roll tokens or anything like that. So we did take the uncommon guy. Yes, we did. So I think with the rats, Monstrous Rage is really nice as a combat trick. And this rare is pretty solid. Makes extra roll tokens for you. 4-mana 4/4. Again, we're not really doing that. We're doing the other things, which are rats and foods. All right, Monstrosity number 4 might be the way to go. We only have 3 2-drop creatures at the moment. It's a real solid one, so I think we'll take it here. I like this Daredevil a good amount. The adventure side's nice. Excuse me. That's really all there is to talk about in this pack, I think. But yeah, we'll just take the 2. Don't have a lot of bargain payoff cards. We really just only have this Negotiator. And we didn't wheel that Witch either. We'd like to see one of those. I think that'll be pretty good with all of our mint guys here. We don't have any rolls to put on Gingerbrute, so Gingerbrute might not be making the deck. Be interesting to see how this plays out. I don't think we're playing this Sprite. I don't think we're playing this Witch. I think we're interested in splashing this blue-red card, and we're maybe interested in splashing these green and black cards. Probably not this white card, though. I don't think we have enough stuff going on here. We got 14 creatures somehow, so that's cool. I thought we'd be low on them. We're lagging out a little. Hopefully this doesn't wreck the draft for us. Okay, well, we just got totally killed by the client here. I had to pop in and out of the client to get the draft going again, and our internet is fine, so pretty unfortunate. We'll see what we can build. Turns out we took a Besotted Knight at some point. Toonveil Guide. Well, that's what you get for playing as soon as the as soon as the thing is live, right? So hopefully the bots took some decent cards for us. Doesn't look like they did. Really unfortunate. All right. Let's see what we can build here with this pile. So, assuming we're not base green, it's a little bit like a sealed deck here at this point. The only white card we're interested in playing is Rhyme for Reindeer, and these blue cards are all pretty bad, and these red cards are quite bad. So, this is the pool that we're working from. And again, I don't think we want these blue cards. Oh, we got a Tattered Ratter. That's pretty cool. All right. It's like a little surprise draft here. So, do we want to splash Werefox and Hunter and Johan? We're at 41 playables. Grabby Giant and double Redcap Thief. We're going to have a pretty easy time splashing, I should think. Frantic Firebolt, we can't play. Well, actually, how many spells do we have? Instant sorceries. Yeah, 6. And adventure cards. Does it show us how many adventures we have? That'd be a useful feature here. We have 1 here. 2. That's it, right? So, yeah, I mean, the Firebolt is playable for us. Rockin' 16 creatures. That's good. Don't think we need to play... Ooh, we have a blue-red land, too. That's fun. Becomes a 2/1 with first strike on your turn. Scry 1 when it attacks. I don't love it on the splash. That's the only thing. Is like how activating this is going to be pretty tough. Comes in tapped. It's not a very good creature in the late game either. So although I do like these lands a good amount, I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut the island as well. We don't have any way to fetch, and we don't need it. We've got double in and 3 ways to make a treasure, so we're good for that. We've only got 1 green removal spell we want to splash, and this Gingerbread Hunter that we don't even need to splash really. The front side of it, or the adventure side of it, is like almost good enough, so we're not super worried about that. So again, I think we can cut both these forests. So here we're at 16 lands. We should probably play 1 more. And I'm thinking it's going to be a black. So the majority of our early game is black, and we have a couple of cards that are double black. So this is why these Edgewall lands are so good. We've got 8 sources, but we have effectively 10 sources of black and effectively 9 sources of red. Now, you do have to choose. It doesn't tap for both, but it's still like really, really makes your mana base feel a whole lot better. And then we kind of get these green cards for free. We might cut this curse, honestly. Our creatures are pretty small. Like our biggest thing is 3/5. Maybe this 4/3, I guess, fights pretty well. And obviously this 5/5, but we're not always going to have that. So we cut the curse. It makes our Firebolt and our Johan a little worse. But that's 1 card I'm considering cutting here. Ginger Brute doesn't do much in this deck. It gets bargained away. It beats for 1. Could be enough. It dies for Totentans. Yeah, Ginger Brute might be the cut. We have like literally no synergy with it at all. Oh, there's the Red Tooth guy too. I guess this could potentially come in. It's not great on the splash though. It's certainly like you want to play it on curve, right? Want to play it on turn 3. Don't want to play it on turn 6. So I think we'll bring the removal back in and ice the Ginger Brute for now. Well, I wonder what that draft could have been, but we'll assume that this is the best that we could have done, and we'll play it out. The deck looks pretty good, so I don't know. I'm not like super unhappy with it, but let's see how it goes. And we are back, everyone, for round 1 ever. My first game of Wilds Limited here with our draft deck that's partially a sealed deck. We're going first, which is always nice, and we got 2 2-drops, which is even nicer. Actually, 3 2-drops, so we're going to keep this. I'm going to lead with Monstrosity, most likely. The Ratter's not really that good until we have some rats. Our deck doesn't have like a ton of strong themes one way or another. We're a little bit split here on food and rats and stuff. I think our card quality is pretty good, at least amongst the cards that we actually drafted. So we'll see what happens here. And I'm kind of just thinking out loud, like I'm wondering how much of this format is going to be sort of like themed around the big three themes being food, rats, and bargain. And like, do you want to be deep into one of those themes, regardless of what colors you are? I guess that would kind of be informed by, like what which themes you're rocking, but like how important is it going to be like all in on food or all in on bargain or what have you? Okay, opponent plays a 1/3 flyer. Do we want to kill it? We could. We'd make a food. This get it for 2 lifelink next turn. It costs them their entire turn. It's better on mana to play feed for us, but we don't really need the food for anything yet. If we play the giant and we draw land, we could. If we make the treasure token and we draw land, we could play negotiator next turn. We don't have anything to bargain, so I think we just play another 3/1. We're gonna attack. If they want to trade, that's totally fine. Trade 2s and we get a food. So I think these monstrosities are gonna be pretty powerful, just because like your opponent can't take 3 forever. Now, if they have the -1/-1 to our team, then we get wrecked, right? But we'll hope to see a land. Okay, that's fine. So it's kind of like, it's a 1-for-1, but we get, they spent 3 mana to R2, and we got a resource piece here. Okay, didn't draw land, but drew a thing that makes a treasure, which is pretty sweet. So I think we get in for 3 here again. Like if we can just get up on resources. So now they're going to trade. So they already took 3 from this. Now they're trading, and we're getting a resource piece. That's pretty good. So if we draw land next turn, we're going to be feeling pretty good. We're ahead on board. We're ahead on resources here. 2 foods and a treasure. Rowan's Grim Search. They're going to take 2, draw 2. And we do hit a land. So there's no reason to not go ahead and bargain. So we'll pay our casting cost. Never done this before. And then you select what you want to do. We're going to sacrifice this token. Food token. Opponent's going to get drained, and they're going to get beat for 2. Thank you very much. So, I mean, bargaining the food away, kind of like we gained the 3 that it would have given us anyways, and then we also got to deal them an extra 3, put them under some pressure here. So Ratter's doing stone nothing right now. Grasp of Fate on Negotiate, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. All right. But you can see how we've sort of dinged them on every exchange. We got extra food, or we drain them for 3 or whatever. So that's all really nice things. Okay, we could double spell here, or we could play a 4/3 reach that can turn our food into cards. I think we'll double spell here just to really put the pedal down. They're going to take 2 off this 2/3. We'll attack first because they don't know what we're going to do next. Probably unlikely they're going to chump either way, but get that 2 damage in. Play Ratter, play another 3/1. And then, I mean, we've got feed to kill this thing and just get in. I guess we don't get them for lethal, but pretty darn close. No attacks. No play. Witch Stalker Frenzy. So I think we're fine to trade 2/2 for 2/2. They take 5. Or we could just get in for... Yeah, but then they could trade with the Monstrosity. So I think we get in with everything. I think we want to hold up our removal. If we spend our removal right here, and they have some kind of like flash blocker or like combat trick or something, we could get a nice little blowout. Because they're going to go for, what, like +2/+2? Indestructible. All right, well, let's kill that. Get a food, and that's going to be game. All right. Well, pretty good showing so far. We'll see you for the next game. Okay, we are on the draw here. Opponent goes first. We're starting on 3 with a Butcher that's going to make a 1/1 rat that can't block, which is not a great play on turn 3 when we're behind, but yeah, I mean, we really would like a 2-drop. Hard to mulligan this hand, though. I mean, we got both colors of mana. We have some quality cards here, so I think it's close. I think it's really close, but this hand is weak to a beat down draw for sure. See what happens here. Opponent with some pretty cool looking land going on. All right, so no beatdowns, which is good. So we can sort of get into our more mid-range game plan here. Opponent is Dark Tutelaging. That could be pretty good in this situation because we're not pressuring them at all. So we're either casting, we're going to play Swamp because we have double black requirements. We're either casting this thing and making a rat token, or we're casting Red Cap Thief and making a treasure. I guess we want to put more pressure on them. We're not negotiating next turn anyways because we don't have anything to sacrifice. I don't think ramping into Negotiator off Red Cap Thief is better than playing the Butcher. I'm actually not sure. I think my gut's saying play the Butcher, make a rat. Then next turn, we've got removal potentially with the Gingerbread Hunter, or we go Red Cap Thief and Monstrosity off the treasure. So it's working out okay. I don't know what they revealed. I guess they revealed that land. I wasn't paying attention. So it didn't look like they lost any life. So, I mean, yeah, after like 3 turns, this is really starts to become a problem. The first 2 cards they draw, and they probably lose a couple life or whatever. It's pretty similar to Rowan's Search or whatever, 3 mana draw 2, lose 2. But the longer the game goes on, and if their deck is built for it, if they have a lot of cheap cards, then they'll start to really run away with it. Okay, they've not played any spells. So we could go, Witch's Vanity doesn't do anything for us here. So I think we're going to go Red Cap Thief into Monstrosity. But we'll attack first, see what they've got. So we've got a couple removal spells at, is this instant speed? It is. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many flash creatures are really in, excuse me, in this set. All right. We're going to make a Thief. Opponent's got something to say about it. They're going to play that card I was just talking about. Draw 2, lose 2. Okay, so their life total is now under a little bit of pressure. They're going to need to have that -1/-1 to all things. I can't remember what that's called. The white creature with the black adventure. Or some kind of thing that destroys multiple things. So this has now lost them 2 life. So they've essentially played Rowan's Grim Search twice. Which this is not a card that you should really be putting in your deck, in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of it. But again, this Tutelage could be pretty powerful. So here comes Hopeful Vigil, making a 2/2 for them, which we can deal with. So I guess the question becomes, if we draw a land, are we going to play Negotiator and sack the rat? Or are we going to play Witch's Vanity? Okay, that's a card that's pretty scary. And fortunately, we have a good answer for it here with Vanity. They could have a black comes back to life spell. But yeah, let's hope they don't have that. I guess we've got feed for it on a future turn as well. Okay. And the rat token gets eaten, so we will get in with the non-rat token creatures that we have here. And we really want to push damage, because this Dark Tutelage is not optional. This will kill them. So, like, there's a world where you don't send Monstrosity because you don't want them to trade their 2/2 for it, and you just want to sort of pressure them or whatever, but, like, we want them to take maximum damage, which appears they are. We have a food token now. And hopefully they take some damage off of this thing. 2 damage, all right. They're at 7. Got a lot of cards in hand, though. Let's see if they can mount a comeback here. Opponent going for a 4/5 Death Touch. It's pretty big. Pretty big. We do not have a way to get through that. We can just only fly over it with Negotiator if we draw a land. We're going to make another food token, and we're going to get a roll token as well. Okay. In for 2, I would think. In for 3. I don't know why you don't swing with this. We can't block it, and it's got Vigilance. We'll take 1 here. And we do not hit, but we hit a spell that can kill that Scream Puff. So that's pretty exciting. So that's yeah, pretty lucky for us. Go ahead and run that. I guess if we can make it cost 2, we can make it cost 1 if we send the rat. They block the rat, they go to 3, we hold up feed. Or we could just kill their 2/2 as well and like really get in there. Maybe we just do that because then we put them to 2 and they just could die to their own tutelage next turn. So we're going to hold full control because I don't know how this is going to work with us attacking. We're going to attack all. It's going to make Witchstalker Frenzy cost 1. We're going to target the Puff here. Hopefully it dies. So there's a little bit of risk there if they have some way to save it with single black mana. Then we're going to feed their 2/2. And they're going to go to 2 here. And they're just going to scoop it up. All right, see you for the next. We're back. It's good to be back. This hand is pretty bad. Again, it's tough to mulligan because, like, we have 3 lands. If this was a 2-lander, we'd for sure ship it. We don't have any plays. This Negotiator, we don't have anything to bargain, but we have 3 removal spells. So, like, theoretically, we can disrupt our opponent's game plan long enough that we can actually get something going on. And I guess this feed will give us a bargain piece for High Fate Negotiator. Just right on the edge. Like, if one of these cards was a Minstrosity, I'd be super happy. But we have 3 or 4 Minstrosities in the deck, so I think this is a spot where you could trust your deck building a little bit. Like, we have the 2-drops, so we don't need to mulligan for them. We've got enough lands. We got both our colors. Like, if we had only swamps or something, it's like there's a couple things that could easily tilt this hand into mulligan territory. I think it's right on the edge. Opponent goes for a 1/1 flyer. We draw a threat, which is good. And yeah, we haven't seen a blue deck yet, have we? So here we go. Let's see what blue's made of. Spellbook Vendor. Beginning of combat, you can put a sorcerer roll. That's quite powerful. We'd like to get rid of that for sure. So that's going to make this into a 2/2, and then they could just continue to do that for other creatures. So the question is, do we want to use a Feed the Cauldron on that, or do we want to use the Firebolt? I think we want to use the Feed. We have 2 of them. The food token will be useful to us in the future. Yeah. The Firebolt gets better, too, and it'll deal 3, and there'll be certain creatures that are, like, greater mana value than 3, but have 3 toughness or whatever. This might become a 4 eventually. 3 colors. Okay. That's good. It's another thing we can kill. Land would be good? No. So they can hit us for 5 next turn. I think we're just going to feed that as well. It's a lot of damage. As if we just play Redcap Thief, they just tap it down or whatever. Deal us 5. I don't like that. That's a good one. We have the answer for that as well. So if we just run them out of threats, maybe our mono removal strategy will be good enough. And I guess it's Hunter on Obira. And then actually the treasure can cast the 5/5 at some point in the future. Any reason to wait on this? I don't think so, because the combat trick, if they have it, would deal us extra damage. Let's see if we can deal with this here. Okay. Fortunately, they did not have a trick. Swamp. 5 lands. Sleight of hand. They're going to look for some action. We're just hoping to draw land 5 ourselves so we can get this negotiator down. In for 1. No play. Here's land 5. We're going to give it a shot. They don't have blue up, so they can't counter it. Which that's the worst part about bargain cards, is you sacrifice the thing and it gets countered. That's pretty rough. Let's bargain a food. Take this food. Give us a drain 3. It's good. Good bargain. is a bargain. What a bargain. That's what I wanted to say. Good deal for us. Opponent hits land 6. Are they stuck on like double blue, double white? What are they looking for here? Tap. Okay, so they're going to make our thing into a 1-1. That's pretty good. So we just trade it off for the Sprite, right? I don't think we have any ways to get rid of this thing. And we don't control it, so we can't like sacrifice it to a bargain spell of our own or anything like that. So trade a card for their card, and part of this saga is not too bad. They might get to do something cool with the copy effect of this. So that's 2 turns away, but nothing we can do about that now. So we could cast Johan right here, right now. And that turns off us casting this 5/5 guy. Curious what is better for us. I think just getting another creature on board, and this is potentially card advantage for us as well, because we get cast stuff off the top and stuff like that. And the opponent's at 17, so like 5/5 is really good too, but they're not close to being dead or whatever, and they don't have a board where we need a 5/5 yet. We'll see. Scry 2. They're going digging. 1 top, 1 bottom. So they're going to draw the card they liked next turn, and then they could double spell something. 3/4 flyer. Okay, we have an answer to that. Tattered Ratter on top. Probably just fire this off right now, so we're not going to have any like better opportunity to kill this 3/4. Get in there. I think we play the mountain. We don't have... I guess they gotta have Hopeful Vigil, make us discard. But, I mean, we're just in top deck mode at this point anyways, so... I don't think there's a reason to hold that land. Okay, are we gonna see a double spell here? They've been holding on to something. Oof, that's a beating. At some point we're gonna run out of ways to kill stuff, so... And it seems that time has come. So now we wish we had the 5/5, don't we? At least we're in a spot where we're ahead on life total. This doesn't have Vigilance, it's not Sarah Angel, so if they want to come in, they're going to receive some damage back. They didn't get to use the end of this saga either, which is pretty good for us. We're drawing land next turn, which sucks, but what else do we have in the deck? I think we have a Candy Grapple that we could pull to deal with this Griffin. That might be all that's left. No, we have a Nightmare as well. The 2 black exile a creature, Scry or whatever that does. Okay, they are going to get us for 4 here. So maybe they have a good blocker coming down, or they just feel like they need to progress the race here as their best shot. Okay, Minstrosity's next for us. Not great. Well, let's see what they got. There's no reason for us to not attack here. They just want to race. They're down to 7. 3 cards in hand. Getting a little worried here. We're not far off from just dying to this 4/4 if we can't get our board through. Okay, opponent moves to combat. They have an instant of some kind here. In for 4. I wonder if they have the... is it Flying and Lifelink that the single white trick gives? Because that'd be a really good way to swing things. They need a bargain piece, but that'd be a good reason to race. That's good too, yeah. So we discard. We don't have anything to discard, but that blocks our 2/2 and our 2/3, which is pretty annoying. Okay, we'll start our turn. We got 3 life too. We shouldn't forget that. Land on the way for us next turn. Let's get in. They got to take 2 of this unless they have removal. Okay, so those guys bounce off each other. Johan in for 2. We'll play a 3/1 here. It's a little threatening still. Don't want to sack this food until we absolutely need to, in case we want to use it for bargain potential. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're going to get treasures off that. That's annoying. That's a reason to not play lands. And now, yeah, see, now they don't need to attack. So, yeah, we're getting, we're in trouble here. I mean, if we could draw a removal spell for the 4/4, then we're kind of right back at it. Or if we can find a way to play this giant. Ah, there's a removal spell, we can't cast it. No. Splashing, getting punished by the splash here. Yeah, we have to pass, unfortunately. And they're going to get to do this every turn. So I think we are cooked. I think this is the turn that the game has officially swung out of our favor. We'll play it out here. Okay, so our opponent has compulsion, and they can now loot away stuff, rummage away, I should say. So this one's pretty much over. We don't have a way to gain any sort of card advantage. Now, why didn't they get a treasure? Maybe I was wrong about how many lands we had. We have 8 lands. They have 7 lands. Beginning of your upkeep, an opponent controls more lands than you. Maybe I'm just seeing how this adds up, or misunderstanding how this card works. Or did they spend their treasure to cast compulsion? I don't understand. Somebody point that out to me in the comments. Okay, we got a butcher. Yeah, I mean, we can use that to draw a card. Ooh, we can give our creatures menace, actually. That might kill them. They can only block one thing. So that actually will win us the game if we get an opportunity to play it. Okay, passing the turn. Okay, did they get a treasure or not? They do. So is it just because they... I don't know if they used this, or I don't know what happened there. Or did they... No, they didn't give it to us, because if we get their treasure, that'd be so sick for us. We could actually cast removal. And they don't want to give it to us. So that's actually kind of a funny little... Because they know we have this 5/5, so they actually kind of don't want to activate their finance here. That's pretty funny. So they must have... Yeah, I must have just missed them using it to cast compulsion last turn. That's funny. Okay, that's not great for us. Give us the treasure. Give us the treasure. Come on. Come on. That'd be so awesome. All right, opponent's going to lock down our Johan for quite some time here. So we're going to have to hold this Skitter. I think it's our best shot at winning this game. We can't just fire it off here now because they could just block 2 of our things, and we don't even have good trades. Top. Oof. I guess if they get a little too aggressive, we might have a window, but yeah, if they leave 3 back like that, they could block 1 thing. So they go to 1. It's not 0 though. This isn't instant speed. None of these are rats or anything, right? No. Okay, well, we've got a little bit of time here. We can take some damage. Really wanted them to give us that treasure. Please give us treasure. Okay, all right. Grapple. Grapple. So we kill... They can still block 1 thing, though. They still just go to 1. They don't have 2 enchantments to sacrifice. So if we give Menace, how are they blocking? Because we could... Are they gonna... They're gonna double block. They have to double block. Sorry, they have to double block Minstrosity. So they're going to put Mocking Sprite and Financing, or the 2/3 flyer probably in front of it. We kill the 2/3 flyer. It still just dies. Do we just put them to... Maybe we just put them to 1 and we can kill their Griffin. We can kill their Griffin. They're at 1. They have 2 creatures. We have 2 creatures. They have a financier, but if they give us the treasure token, we can kill. Or we have 3 creatures. And a ratter. And is this only during your turn? Once each turn. We have to bargain, so we don't get the the life. Maybe they put the financier in front actually. They don't really need the treasures and they don't want to give them to us. So they're gonna keep the fly. So they're gonna have 3 creatures with flying? No, well we're gonna kill the griffin. So they're gonna have 2 creatures with flying. We're at 7. They're at 1. We have 3 creatures, but they can't really attack. We can't sacrifice Johan. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for it here. Sorry, that was a long deliberation. Creatures gain menace. They have to block the minstrel. I hope I thought of everything here. And if they have a combat trick, we can blow them out. Okay, so that is how they block. That's what I thought. Okay, so, I mean, we don't have to kill the financier, I guess. But, like, kind of want to, right? I think we do want to. They've shown that they're not going to give the treasure to us. I guess we get the food token, actually, anyways, too, which helps us in the race. Now, do we wait till their turn? Because they might make an attack. Well, they're not going to attack all either way. So I do think we're supposed to just go for this now. Also, it opens the possibility that we hit another spell off the top that we could cast. So that's down. They're at 1. I guess we can play lands again. Witch's Vanity's pretty good draw, right? No, it's actually not. So these are at 3s. 3 and 4. Anyways, yeah, we can play our lands. Doesn't matter. Okay. Tight match. Tight match. So if they can find a roll token, they can sack that in, compulsion or whatever, to or that thing, yeah, and get their thing back. They are dead on board currently, though. Right? We're going to put a roll on our butcher. It doesn't matter, though. Okay. Just can't kill, like, roll tokens? No. We got 3 life in the bank here as well. Opponent scoops. I did not think we were going to win that game. Wow, what a game. Okay, we're back. Opponent goes first. We have a 2-drop that can kill a 2-drop, which is pretty good. And then we have a 3, so we're going to keep. And the 3 also splashes our Johan. Pretty good card on the draw, too. They play a 2-drop, you kill it, and you start to get value. That's a good 2-drop, though. 2 mana, 3/1. Enchantment comes in, you can pay 2, get it back from your graveyard. We will just kill that, right? And then next turn we play Redcap Thief, and then we play Johan or something. And we get a food token for Negotiator too. I think we just get this going. Bye. This kind of reminds me of Elspeth's Nightmare, if anyone played original Dominaria. That card was very, very good. Okay, we get a food, so now we need to play a creature that can absorb a roll token. Totentans. Or Redcap Thief. I think it's just Redcap Thief. And the next turn, we can play Fey Negotiator if we want. Bargained. Or we can play, like, we can double spell Minstrelsy, Totentans. Totentans. This is becoming a 3/4. It's pretty good. 4/2. Okay, our opponent is coming in. They're doing the 4 power matters thing. Doing the thing. Okay, we got a 3/4. Yeah, like I don't really want to use this treasure to cast this Negotiator. We can just cast it next turn. We're probably supposed to get Johan out there, otherwise it's never coming down. It's also a 2/5, which is pretty good for this, unless they want to spend 2 mana or whatever. I think we get in for 3. They're unlikely to block. And then we will cast this Johan. Blocks both of their things. Maybe I got a little too liberal with the splashing, because we can only really cast like 1 splash card per game. But I thought we had more ways to make treasures or something. I need to look at the deck list again, because this was dead in our hand. last time. I think we might need to chill on that. This card we don't really need. We have a lot of removal. This Curse of the Werefox. I'll have a look at the deck list. I mean, we have the double Edgewall in, and I thought we had triple treasure as well. Like, do we have a bunch of these? I don't remember what makes the treasures. And I drafted the deck yesterday, and I'm playing today, so I got a little bit forgetful of what we had. Okay, no attacks. That's cool. And Witchstalker Frenzy off the top. Okay, all right. It's pretty fun. Can we like get them to do some kind of double block situation? We come in with the 3/4, and they put the Outrider in front of it. I think we're just cool to let that die. If they put the 2/3s in front, then we could Frenzy for 3 mana and still cast our Monstrosity and not use our treasure token. See, I think I like the 3/4 attacking here. Anytime you get to cast a spell off the top, like, it's a little bit more worth it too to, like, I don't know, like, quote unquote waste this removal spell or whatever. Like, getting that off the top is just like we're digging that much deeper with Johan, and potentially we get to utilize another spell in the future or whatever. So it's all card advantage. We're gonna bargain this out. I think that's better than. Yeah, I think this is a bit more threatening than double spelling the other two, and we can still do that next turn. Yeah, like getting to play this off the top, it's like we drew it and got to play it, right? So it's a little like, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around that sometimes, but playing stuff off the top is really good. So when you're able to, it's good to like try to make that happen, because you never know, like Johan could die in the future or whatever. So take that card advantage while you can get it. We'll see you for the next game. Yeah, we're back. Good hand. We're on the draw. Opponent goes first, but we got 2 into a 3 into a 4. So pretty happy. The Thief also splashing our Johan. I didn't look at the deck list. I said I was going to do that, and I didn't. So, oopsie. Opponent with a 1/1 Ward 2. This is an interesting card. I kind of want to put this in my Pauper Cube. I feel like it's pretty cool with the... Ooh, that's nasty. I don't like that. Stop that right now. Spreading Seas from the old days of Zendikar. Well, get wrecked. We drew a red card anyways. This card was so gross back in its heyday. There was a deck with from Shards of Alara block with Cascade. For folks that remember that, Cascade was just like, you play the Cascade card, and then you get you reveal cards from the top of your deck until you hit something of lower mana value. So they just played every card with Cascade, and they would chain together, I'm pretty sure, too. I think that's how it works. So if you played like a 4-drop Cascade, you could chain into a 3-drop Cascade, and then the only 2-drop they had in their deck was Spreading Seas. So, like, all your lands would be islands by, like, turn 5 or 6 or whatever, and you just couldn't do anything. Pretty funny. All right. Opponent played... oh, yeah, this is a good card. 3 mana, get a land, make a 1/1. So I think we're cool to, like... trade this 2/2 off, I feel. Man, we're going to get owned by that. Actually, we can cast our Johan off this island now. That's pretty funny. Okay. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself here. Let's get in for 2. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're okay with the trade because we don't want this to get bigger, right? And our opponent, of course, does want it to get bigger, so they're not going to block. But if they did block, we'd be fine with that. This creature like has some value ostensibly, but not really to us. Our deck's not that rat focused. Okay, so Red Cap Thieves are our treasure. We have to be very careful what we want to do with our treasure here. I suppose next turn is Johan either way. And then we have a blue up to cast the adventure spell here. Oh, they're killing our treasure. You monster. You monster. And they're really all in on the Mana Screw plan, eh? Joke's on them. We're going to cast a blue card. Okay, we drew our swamp. Does that change anything? So this is a adventure. We don't really want to bounce that back to their hand. 3/4. 4-mana 3/4, man. Like, good stat line for a blue card. So what are we deciding between? We're deciding between Coven and Johan. I think it's just Johan. Are we going to send this Ratter in? I think we should, because our Johan blocks their 2/2, and then this is like never getting to attack again. So they're going to have a 3/4. So let's get it in. If they want to trade, I think that's a pretty good trade there. I don't know. We'll see if we get punished somehow later, but just control their board a little bit. I just don't think this is going to do anything for us in the foreseeable future. Not that their 2/2 oof is going to do much either, but... All right, we got a Minstrosity coming. They're drawing 2. Yeah, there we go. And we've got 1 black to work with here. And all kinds of black cards in our hand. I think we're just supposed to cast the Coven at this point. It's probably just better to nab a card out of their hand and have a 2/3 flyer. So let's just do that. And get the clock started as well. We need a way to try to end this game. Yeah, hopefully they have some actual gas in hand at this point. Oh, this, I didn't notice them playing this. Does this have reach? No. Wow, that's good though. Holy moly. 5 mana becomes a 5/5, and when it attacks, another creature becomes a 3/3. That's huge. Alright, we're going to pass. We're drawing a mountain, which is useless. Absolutely useless. Boy, they could just, like, start attacking with this land and just probably kill us that way. I don't know if they even need to play any other cards. Because they make the Toadstool Admirer into a 3/3, so then they're attacking with a 5/5 and a 4/4. And, like, what board? I mean, I guess we block the 4/4 and maybe chump for a couple turns, and then we're just, like, in big trouble. Okay, Swamp on top. At least we're going to have... well, we'll have an answer to that land, I guess, which is pretty useful. And, cool. Play 3/1 here. They have something they can do at instant speed. Not sure what. Let's get in for 2 in the sky. Oh, good. Good for you. Yep, that's good. All right. That's really good. That's really good in this particular situation as well. Draw 4 and make a flyer. We're in trouble here, guys. We are in big trouble. Monstrosity not going to help us. We haven't played our 3/5 flyer yet. Do we have attacks? I guess we kind of do. We can trade a Monstrosity for something. It's not super awesome, but I don't hate it. Or maybe we get a little bit of damage in. Fairy cannot block, so if we do like get to sneak any amount of damage in, I think that's pretty good for us. And getting food isn't the worst either. We need stuff to bargain. At some point, this land is going to become a huge problem, though. So we gotta make sure that we hold our removal spell. Here it comes. Here it comes. And then, yeah, they get to make their token into a 3/3 flyer? I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. Oh, we don't have double black. Whoops. All right. I guess we could double block this thing. Then we lose our Johan. They probably have a combat trick here, but I think the only way we're winning this game is if they're just kind of not making the best moves. If they have a combat trick here, we'll just concede. Okay, Johan down. That's not bad then. Our 4-drop for their bomb rare. It's pretty good. All right, so now we have access to our Taken by Nightmares again, except that we're about to cast Monstrosity. Okay, let's attack for 3. Probably no blocks here. Oh, they also came with the genealogist too. We didn't block. We probably should have blocked that. Okay, 3-1 and go ahead. Coming in for 1. Coming in with the Admirer. Hey. Coming in with both. And we're cracking back for 6. I think we're okay to take 3 here. And yeah, they might play their 3-4, whatever. We can also just kill it. I think we're supposed to just take the damage. We have a chump at some point, and we have a food. We have multiple foods incoming as well that can sort of help us not die. So if they're relying on this 3-4 to block our 3-1s, then that's going to be an issue for them here. This card keeps showing up. I don't love using this on this. I don't love this. We have so much more removal in our deck, though. Like, right? Like we haven't used any removal, so we're gonna draw into more. We just gotta trust the process here. Get spell stuttered here. We can pay for it. Hexproof trick would be very good. Okay, they don't have it. We don't get the scry? If you control an enchantment. Oh, well, we don't. We have an enchantment on one of our guys, but it's not ours. In for 6. What do? Oh, yeah. Forgot I could do that. Still probably don't block, though. Yeah. Pop, pop. Okay. They're at 9. We're at 10. We're effectively at 13. Now this toadstool thing is huge. Can become a 5/5 this turn. Jeez. Okay, another draw 4. Yeah. Okay, I'm becoming more and more impressed with this Beanstalk card and this Fey Court card. They've been quite good this game, anyways. And we had a bit of an awkward start. That Spreading Seas was really good. Okay, here we go. Time to block with Red Cap Thief. Probably not just yet. I think it can save us a little bit more damage. So they make their thing a 4/4 this turn. Okay, they've got instant speed stuff. They got so many cards. Oh, geez. Hey, love to see it. Don't want to risk getting this countered, so I think we do run our 3-1s out there. If they've got some kind of trick or whatever, that's fine. They go to 6, and then they're going to go to 3 off the negotiator, and they're actually okay. Maybe they do have a counter spell they just want to hold up for. So it's 6. It's gonna be really rough if this gets countered, but we got to go for the bargain. So it puts them into lethal range. Yeah. It's just too risky to, like... There's just no reason to not bargain it there. I mean, we get the extra 3 life out of the food, right? But we're so far behind. They have so many cards in hand. Like, I think it's one of the only ways we win is just by kind of sneaking under their stuff here. Okay, so we're gonna get bounced. Put a counter, sure. Probably sack our food this turn. So we have a couple of mana available. And definitely going to block this, I think, at this point. Yeah, this one's probably over. I think we got to get this curse out of the deck, like, actually now. Game 3. So what are our outs here? Feed the Cauldron. That's something. That deals with this. It's going to cost us 6 mana, but... Sure. Are you sure? I am sure. Need the counterspell anyways. And then we're just dead to the next attack because they put a counter on it. All right, GG's. Good deck, green-blue there. Looked pretty good. Okay, we're going to have a quick look at our deck list. See what's going on here. Not playing out exactly as we had hoped with the splashing. So we've double Edgewall in, double Redcap Thief. So we have 2 treasures. We have not even yet to draw a single Edgewall in. All right, well, yeah. And then does this make something? I thought something else made a treasure, but anyways, let's get rid of this curse. It's just been pretty awkward. And we are currently playing 17 lands, which is where we want to be. Not a lot of options for us in our colors. Ginger Brood, I think, was kind of on the chopping block. Restless Spire. Ginger Brood might be fine. It's bargainable. It can break stalemates. It can pick up a roll token off of only this card, the Witch's Vanity. I don't think we want this equipment. It's a bit too expensive. This is a good sideboard card if we're trying to block rats or fairies or what have you, but I don't think it's main deckable. Oh, we have a Brave the Wild. Oh, yeah, but we're not base green. That's right. That's why we're not playing this. Yeah, all right. Bring Gingerbread in. It's not very good, but it's better than, I think, that other spell. So, all right. We'll try it like that. We're back. We're going first. Love the hand. We got a 2-drop, 3-drop removal spell. Big 5. Double black for the 5. This hand is real nice. Here we go. Swamp in play. Opponent kept 7. Hey, little 1-mana 1/1 menace. Can play some extra cards. Seems pretty good. Pretty good at blocking this thing too. So we'll get the... Okay, they're coming right in. We'll get the Totentans down next turn. That'll make them less inclined to block. Could also play the Butcher, I suppose. Oh, they've just straight up sacrificed it. Trying to find a land. X is 0. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's about as bad as it gets right there. Well, that's unfortunate for draw for sure for our opponent. Yeah, this is over. We'll play this on. Hard to say what we're supposed to play it on. I guess blues. No, green. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I don't think. Okay, green. Play the Piper. Can't remember. We have more color. I think we just have the 1 blue and maybe the 1 green card at this point. We don't even have. All right. I don't think it matters though. Yeah. I think they might just be straight dead here. This puts them to 3. Yeah. Sorry, opponent. That's some rough luck for sure. All right. On to the next. We're back. We go first. Another good hand here. We got our 1-drop Ginger Brute. Couple of 2s. Nice little aggressive draw here. Get in for 1. This is one of the scariest things to see in original Eldraine. I wonder if it'll be that way in this version of the set as well. At first it was like, oh, that's silly. They're playing a 1-mana 1/1 haste. That's funny. And then by the end of the format, you're like, yo, this thing is like my worst nightmare. Okay, they're making a treasure, and we're just pressing a lot of damage here, which is what you want to do when your opponent is sort of spinning their wheels a little bit, getting set up. We could have played the mint there to have a slightly more power on board, but spend the mana where you can is better to do for sure. Plus, this is going to open up like potential double spell stuff for us in the future, or bargaining or playing like our Johan if we draw it or whatever. Okay, opponent's got a 2/2. And they're passing the turn back. So they get 2 mana up. We draw a rat-making guy. So again, I think we just cast this to make a rat token rather than... We could cast Monstrosity and make Gingerbread unblockable as well. But I guess we could do that with our treasure, but we definitely don't want to spend our treasure this turn. So I think we'll just get in with these 2 guys. Let them trade for the 3/1 if they want to. I think that's probably the move, yeah. We do have instant speed too if they've got a trick for the blowouts. All right. Make a 1/1. Pass the turn. And here's a 4/3. Which we actually don't have a way to kill. Also got reach. Huh. Didn't really think about that 4/3 coming down. It's going to stabilize them pretty well. Okay, so feed doesn't do anything. Bolt. Bolt will kill it in conjunction with this rat. So I suppose we could send the brute as an unblockable creature and the rat as a, hey, try to block this and we'll kill your thing. I think that's fine. Make sure to spend our black mana for this effect. Ooh, they have torch? No, maybe. Do they want to use torch? Let's get in with the 2/1/1s. Okay, they're going to take the bait. I mean, they could have a trick here, I guess. Be pretty good. Let's see. They do have a trick. They got to spend their treasure and their trick, so it's still kind of a 1-for-1. But yeah, I mean, they don't get that lifelink swing. I think that's a pretty good trade. It sucks to lose the rat, but that's a really powerful trick out of their hand there. Okay, we can get rid of that. But we're starting to get in trouble here in terms of pushing damage through. Land, play the mint. No reason to spend this feed, really. We have it up at instant speed if we need it. We'll just peck away with this brute. Is it good enough? Opponent's got another creature land here. Yeah, these are all really quite good. Quite good. Feed the Cauldron deals with them quite nicely, though, doesn't it? They can return a permanent. Yeah, I guess if you want, might as well just get that scry going. Well, they chose not to. In for 3. That's fine, we'll take it. 3 mana to activate their land. Spellscorn Coven. Well, they're holding up mana for something, I would think. Otherwise, they would have bounced their own mice and got the scry, unless they like misclicked or something. So we'll see what's in the hand there. Their trick, probably. We might just squeak this one out here. Yeah. Good to get rid of that. So we're not going to be able to deal with this land this turn. But, I mean, we have ways to block it, so they may not want to come in. Okay, I would trade our Minstrelsity for it. Coming with a lot of different things here. Blocking there for sure. Because we just don't want the protective parents to die. That's the only thing, right? So everything else is... I think I'm fine with the trade here. We got the flyer and the unblockable creature, so we're doing all right. Yeah, I don't like that attack from the opponent. But what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, sacrifice lands, draw cards. That's good. All right, I got 3 turns. 2 more after this one. And we'll play our land. Yeah. That's it back. We can probably sack a food this turn if they come. Well, I mean, they won't be coming in for the full Monty here, I don't think, but maybe. I guess they could. I'm kind of just down to trade here. No, that doesn't make any sense because we can't. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take 3. We'll gain 3. It'll be fine. Another land. Let's make this guy unblockable. Oh. Oh yeah. Why didn't they just do that last turn? Oh no. Now we're like dead all of a sudden. Yeah. They just realized they had reach. Yep, nice. That was like the ultimate trick, you know, let us get through once so then we like feel like we're fine, you know. Frig. Okay. Yeah. That's a big problem. So, are we killing protective parents? They get an enchantment, which means they're tapping our thief, which means they're attacking us for 9 next turn, but we're gaining 3 life, and then they're doing blockers or whatever. I think we're supposed to do this now. Yeah, terrible. Terrible. Put it on the giant. Oh no, it doesn't have a roll on it. It's got a counter only. All right, so thief down. See how much... it's going to be right down to the wire. How aggressive do they want to get here? Oh yeah. Just throw away my 2/3 flyer. Why not? Hard mode. Okay. Sure, we're going to 4 here. We're going to sack of food. Have a little snack here. High Fate Negotiator. Candy Grab. That's good. It's a good draw. That is a good draw. So we could kill the 4/2, get in, put them to 2. Kind of feel like we just need to kill this giant. One problem we face, though, is that we want the food, we want the life from the food, but if we draw a blue card, we're going to wish that we had kept that treasure around, and obviously we want to do some bargaining here if we're going to kill the giant, which... Oh, it's funny, it's a young hero roll, so it doesn't actually work. Boy, that's tough. All-out offense. Put them down to 2. They crack us back for 8. We gain 3. We're at 2. They're dead. But if they draw a creature, then they have blocks against Gingerbrute. But if we just kill the giant here, then we're hoping that we can block the Daredevil, but if they draw an enchantment, then we just die, essentially. I actually think you folks might disagree, and you might be right, but I think we're supposed to do this. We'll see how it plays out. Because now they're 2 turns away from dying to Gingerbrute. We can still chump block. They get to sack their land to draw a card, which is that's the kicker. That's the downside, right? They just drew another land. Okay. In with both. So now if we draw removal, they just die. So there's that. We have to sack our food before damage so that we don't die. We go to 2. Let's just rip a removal spell. It's that easy. Let's go. Redcap Thief. Okay. So if they draw an enchantment, we're dead. Unless we hold back Gingerbrute, because Gingerbrute can block and then sacrifice and gain 3 life. I think we just gotta go for it. Dance with the date that brought us here, you know? Get in for 1. They either draw something that kills us or we kill them. The old-fashioned. It's you or me. Let's see. What is it gonna be? It's a land. They can dig. Here we go. Digging. What did you find? Dig one more time. Maybe you have a blessed, besotted night that would kill us too. Off the top. Hearth Elemental. To draw 2. Okay. All right. Okay. Are we dead? Are we dead? I guess a removal spell would also do it here for them. They're slow rolling it. Ah, they didn't find it. Okay, we just got there. Despite some pretty horrendous mistakes this game, we made it happen. All right. In the finals here, we go first. Good hand. Witch's Vanity on the play isn't as good as on the draw, of course, but still fine. And we've got a 3 and another removal spell, etc., etc. The hand's good. Opponent leads with Candy Trail. Gonna get the scry going. And they can later draw a card and gain 3 life. Pretty good little package. Don't think there's a reason to run this out. We would like to kill something with it. That's the best part of the card. So we gotta play a little off curve, which is okay. I haven't really gotten to do any rat things. I guess it's because we don't have that many rat cards, but they're gonna bargain, make their land a 3/3. That's pretty risky, because now their land. Now we get to Stone Rain them. That's unfortunate. Did they at least get the gain 3? No, they just bargained that away, and we Stone Rain them off of black. That's yikes. Painful. Okay. Suppose we want to make 2 bodies so that we can get the wicked roll happening if they kill one of our things somehow. So we'll do that with Voracious Vermin. Oh boy. Exile target player's graveyard. Okay, well that didn't do much, but it's a 3/4. Target a creature you control with a wicked roll token. How likely are we to want to sacrifice this rat at some point? Somewhat likely. And I guess like if we make our vermin more valuable and they want to kill it, then we could get another token off of it. So, all right. Feed the Cauldron's pretty good here against 3 mana 3/4. I think we just go for that. Or, I mean, we attack for 3. We could get him with Gingerbread Hunter. Maybe we do that because then we get the damage in, and if they don't block, we get to play Totentans. I like that a little bit better. This is definitely an instant, right? Yeah, okay. Coming in for the block. Yeah, I mean, the feed is like, it has limited targets, so it might be better to run that out, but so does this. I mean, -2/-2 isn't good in very many situations. Now we get double spell. Yeah, that destroying that swamp was really gross. There are a couple of cards that do it though. Feed the Cauldron will kill a land creature, as well as that Saga. So let that be a warning to you folks out there. Maybe don't make their land into a 3/3 that early in the game, because it's vulnerable to removal. More of a late game thing for sure, that card. All right, folks. Well, hey, look. I mean, we're playing at a lower rank or whatever, because I haven't been playing very much Magic lately, but pretty happy with the results. Can't lie. And yeah, I mean, given that we missed a good portion of Pack 3, it's an exciting trophy there for our first ever Wilds of Eldraine draft. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video with your friends, let them know about the channel. If some folks that are looking to learn about draft, we'd love to have some more folks over here and helping people out, hopefully, with their drafts. So with that, we will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you can check the link in the description for the full-on draft guide and my 17 lands tier list. All right, folks, thank you so much. Bye for now.